Hello, many of you have asked me about talking about communicating with your loved ones, with your ancestors. And 1031 or Halloween, also known as Holy Night or All Saints Nights, would be a perfect time to prepare to receive your loved ones, the ones that your ancestors, loved ones who have transitioned on, who have passed on, who have passed the final test into the next realm. They have completed their assignment here on earth and they are on the other side. 1031, the date 1031 reduces to the number 5. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. There's a significance in the number 5. So we're going to talk about a 2-day celebration of communicating with your ancestors, if that's something that you want to do. And the significance of the pillar or portals being open on 11/1, and then also talking about 11/2, November 2nd, and the significance of that for this 2-day celebration. The number 5, if you look at the image of the number 5, you can see that it faces left, that's the past, at the bottom, and right, the future, at the top. 5 has 2 straight lines and a curved line. Thus, 5 is a visual representation of the pivot point, representing versatility, movement, decisions, risk, and a new beginning of some kind. Exploring the unknown is number 5's forte. So when we look at when we look at October 31st, it reduces to the number 5. So this is a pivot point for you all to remember the past, but also start to prepare to walk through that portal or walk through those pillars. And we'll talk a little bit more about that, the number 11 in just a second, or the number 111 in just a second, and how you're going to see the signs all around you. But this is your preparation for it. A lot of people prepare a ceremony by setting their intentions, by being fully present, getting somewhere and just being present. And I'm going to walk you through step by step. Also, making sure that you have a purpose for why you're doing it. Many people, their purpose is to connect with loved ones because maybe there was something left unsaid before your loved one transitioned on. There could be situations where a person has cut off their family here in this realm, and they have adopted a soul tribe, and so they no longer keep in contact with family members at all. And so the only place they can go is to their ancestors to seek answers, because there's not even an option to even communicate with loved ones here, relatives here, blood relatives here in this realm. And some people like to share their good news with their ancestors, but for whatever reason, this is going to help you to connect with your ancestors and step through that light, step through those pillars, so that if there's any blockages, any karmic cycles or generational chains that need to be broken, or questions answered, or anything, ancestral work can do all of that. It can break demonic soul ties, karmic cycles, generational chains, cycles, so on and so forth, etc. So we're going to get right into it. Like I said before, 1031, which is also known as Halloween in some places, some people celebrate it, but it's also Holy Night. It's also known as Holy Night and All Saints Night. Again, the number 5, 1031. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. So that's how we got the number 5, right? So again, for number 5, exploring the unknown is the forte. 5 actually governs the senses. So you want to taste, see, smell, touch, and hear as much as you can. This is how you're preparing for this. Mentally, this is how you're preparing your spirit before you start the invitation of opening up your sacred space, inviting in preparation for your ancestors to come in. It's very much like, you can compare it to having a celebration at your house. That would be, for a lot of people, your sacred space, and you're preparing for that. So you're gathering things like musical instruments, some of you all, memorabilia. It could be pictures, it could be books, crystals, shells, feathers, just something that reminds you of your ancestors. If you don't have pictures, you can even write their name on a sheet of paper, just as a reminder, just to call their name out. Also, some people bring a burning bowl. Some people, and that would be the element of fire. For some of you all, if you don't have a burning bowl, you don't need to rush out and go buy one. Lighting a candle is also the way. Some people light candles. That's the fire as well. Some people go outside and get some dirt. That would be earth, part of the earth. But also realize that if you don't do that, that's fine too, because whatever building you're in is grounded to the earth. Also air, right? The air that we breathe. But it's also spirit, bringing your whole spirit to this. So you're not operating in fear, you're operating in faith, a faith that I will get questions answered. I'm going to approach my ancestors in love, with reverence, with a great deal of respect, and operating from the highest frequency, the frequency of love. There are other cultures besides yours and mine. If you're tuned into this, then you are probably already aware. Mayans practice. Some Mayans practice it. Some Vedics practice it. Cultures like the Tibetan culture may practice it. Ancient Greece, African tribal cultures also practice this. But as far as religions, the Roman Catholic Church practices Holy Night or All Saints Night on the 31st of October. And then on the 1st, there is All Saints Day. And then on the 2nd is All Souls Day. So as you go through this preparation for this celebration of your loved one's life here in this realm, and your preparation to meet them at that pillar, the number 11, that opening, where that veil is very thin at that moment, where you are preparing to receive messages that you're asking. So there's a preparation that you're doing. Also you want to invite Mother Earth and Father Sky to be present. You want to open that up with Mother Earth and Father Sky to be present at that ceremony. You're inviting it's a celebration between you and your ancestors. And like I said before, Mother Earth and Father Sky also with that, because the intention is to, if your intention is to break demonic soul ties or karmic cycles or generational curses or chains, those are your intentions. So you're setting those intentions up front. You're also being fully present, because you're also preparing some kind of note, to them. You want them to know that you want to know about whatever it is you want to know about. You're also preparing, you want, and your spirit is speaking to theirs. You also want to know, some of you all may want to know more about why things are the way that they are in your family. And you can think of whatever soul ties, whatever demonic soul ties there are in your family. Some people want to know questions about whatever it is you want to know questions about. I don't want to plant seeds in anybody's mind, because there is whatever you want to know from your ancestors. And sometimes it's as simple as just wanting to share the good news. Again, there are some people who have completely severed ties with loved ones or family members who are in this realm, and they are by themselves. They could have moved away several states or even to another continent, and they want that connection with their ancestors, but not with the family members here. Maybe there's just too much chaos and confusion. And so that could be another reason. And so you may want to share your good news about maybe a promotion at work. It could be about finding your person here in this realm and feeling like I want to make sure I have my ancestors there. So you're also giving them an opportunity. You're also sharing with them how they can come in. Are they going to come in through you seeing birds in the sky surrounding you wherever you go? Are they going to show themselves in a dream? You're giving them an opportunity. You're telling them, I would love for you to come in my dream, to come visit me. You're welcomed in my space. You're welcomed in my house. It could be another way of so that you're not afraid. You could also let them know I prefer that you not just show up in my car or just show up just anywhere. I don't want to be afraid. Just give me an opportunity to be in that sleep state while you come into my dream. Some of you all may feel their presence while you're during the ceremony. You may feel their presence. The wind may blow, one of the candles out. A light may flicker on and off. You may actually feel presence in that sacred space. If you feel like crying, that's just a sign of release. Obviously, it's not a sign of weakness or anything like that. And so moving forward to the number 11, just now that you have some idea of preparing for a celebration of communicating with your ancestors, you just, like I said, if you have any pictures of them, bring those pictures out and those kind of things. But the number 5 also number 5 has a great magnetism and charm, which makes you very attractive. And I'm not just talking about physically attractive. Your spirit is very attractive. So you are at a point where you're not afraid. You are sort of you have this excitement, like this childlike excitement. I want to connect with my loved ones. And so vibration 5 is very high. It's very alert. It's bright. You have an innate connection to your surroundings that make you extremely fine-tuned, noticing everything in great detail. So again, it's like preparing. You're the host or hostess of this celebration, but you're celebrating your ancestors. So you want to make sure everything is right. That means that you may clean up that day. You may clean up more than most, like you're doing spring cleaning around the house. You may make sure you vacuum all the baseboards and every crack and crevice in your house, cleaning up everything. It's like I said, you're preparing to receive your ancestors. Number 5, the vibration of the number 5 also means that you win people over with your irresistible charm and wit, making you popular in general and helping you personally to create momentum to bring your divine gifts to a greater audience. So you really are the center of attention. They've been waiting for this celebration for you to open up your home, to invite them in. So if you could imagine yourself in this space where there's a lot of applause, there's a lot of accolades, and your personality being vivacious, not one of sadness, like, I'm really going to meet my loved ones again. I'm going to see them again. And that portal is opening. That's the 11-1. That's that portal that you'll be stepping into, that opening, those pillars that you're stepping through. And so as the number 5 means that you're a person or an agent for change for others. Your enthusiasm, you are exhibiting daring, this wonderful zest for life. Like I said, you're like a child who's anticipating, I'm going to see somebody again. I'm excited about this. I'm really, really excited about seeing my loved ones. But you're excited. Your spirit is excited to see their spirit, right? So the number 5 also means that due to your natural versatility and openness, setbacks don't affect you for long. You are able to rebound quickly and move on, living so beautifully in the present moment. It means that you love your life, adventure, and liberty. It means that you thrive to experience, vibrate, and live to your fullest capacity. So this is about getting you prepared, mentally, emotionally, spiritually prepared for your spirit to meet your ancestor spirit. So let's talk a little bit about the number 11. We're going to start first with the number 1 because that's significant too. But when the number 1 becomes 11, the original creative mind and the leadership of number 1 are incorporated into 11 as the psychic master. 11 is supreme balance between light and dark, masculine, feminine, the seen, unseen, the known, unknown. Thus, you as a number 11 symbolize both seen and unseen, which need to be brought into equilibrium. So first you didn't know certain things about your ancestors, and so now you're coming into the light to be in the know about it. There were things that you didn't see before that are going to be made, you'll be able to see. And because you're asking them, I want to see your presence around me. Again, they may show their presence through a butterfly. It could be through a ladybug. It could be through a feather. It could be through birds flying through the sky. It could be through your dream. It could be through feeling a presence in your bedroom at night right before you fall asleep. It could be you feeling like somebody pulling covers back over you. It could be through flickering lights. So you're stepping through those pillars, right? So as a master number, we're talking about the number 11, you are being asked to master something at a high level. So the number level 11, you're mastering listening to your inner voice, the only true voice connected to your divinity, to your soul. So anytime you feel a sense of separation or division, it's time to tune in when you see the number 11. So this division could appear from a person or any interference or even ignorance. If you refuse to see both sides, listen, and understand, you will prevent a rebalancing of energy from occurring. So the ancient temples of mystery had a pillar on each side of the entrance, looking very much like the figure 11. These pillars are a doorway and they symbolize an initiation. Your overall divine mission is to delve into the mysteries and miracles of life, to walk through the two pillars, and to unite active and passive, emptiness and fullness, receptivity and action. So all becomes one within you. When you enter the temple of awareness, you have made a choice to live fully with total acceptance of every situation that appears before you as being by design, your beckoning, and always for your highest good, no matter how it appears. So anything can be channeled through this opening. We're talking about the number 11. 11 symbolizes light. It symbolizes light. So to prepare to channel what is for your highest good, it is initially important for you to discover your inner teacher. Reconnecting to your inner voice is another way of describing your conscious engagement with your spiritual guides. In other words, while that veil is very thin at 11:1, that's 111, even though we're talking about the number 11, that's just another opening there. You're stepping through that, but also they are there as well. And you have your list of questions you want to ask about whatever it is you want to ask about. They are also encouraging you when we show you what you're asking us to show you, and when we expose to you what you haven't seen before, and it becomes seen. Now it's time to get off the fence and make a decision, make a choice about your life. And so that choice will enable you to enter the 11 gateway, take a risk, and live fully in the present moment. The number, so that's at the height of everything. That's 11:1, and you can decide what time you want to do it. Some people, will choose to start this process at midnight on 10:31, or sometimes you can keep up with 11:11 if you like. So you may start at 11:11. You may go through your day during the day on 11:1, where you're just in preparation, cleaning the house. You're just like a person who's really excited. I really want to get these. I want to make sure I take special care because I want to receive my loved ones. They know that you're already preparing to receive them. So people pull out pictures. They put together a list. They're burning their incense, their Palo Santos, their sage, getting that energy clear in preparation. And then we have on the second day, we have 11:2, which reduces to 4. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. So by the second day, again, this is where you feel like, okay, I'm starting to see things I didn't see before. I'm starting to feel things I didn't feel. I'm starting to know things. I'm starting to become aware. The light within has come on. I'm sensitive to energies all around me. Number 4, which again is All Souls Day, November the 2nd. Remember we said we got the pillar 111 is on the is on the 1st of November. Number 4 is both a grounding frequency, which symbolizes earth, and it carries a mysterious quality connected to the divine. So, as a number 4, you are practical, trustworthy, and have a hands on approach to your life. When you commit to something, you can be counted on to complete it. This is epitomized by the square, 4 equal sides that symbolize architecture, home, balance, building something that lasts. So there is a genius quality to your number 4 vibration that allows your natural curiosity to go off the beaten path. You naturally have a focus and discipline to explore your hunches and intuitive downloads. So whereas before you may have felt like you were out of balance because there were things that you didn't know, that now you're starting to open up, so that, and you're not afraid of knowing. And again, answers can come through your dreams. They can come through a song. It can come through any way that you've asked your ancestors to be. So in other words, this 2-day celebration for you, that's an opening, that's an invitation. So it's not like you're getting all your questions answered that night. You're telling them, this is how first of all, you are welcomed in my space, my sacred space. You're welcomed in my aura. So however you need to get a message through to me, then please, by all means, do it. I'm not afraid. I'm actually inviting you in. And so once you feel rooted and grounded and you feel self-assured, like, I can do this now. I didn't know before, but now I do know. At the closing of your ceremony, you want to thank Mother Earth and Father Sky for being present. You want to also reflect on what came to you in your meditative state. Remember, in your meditative state, you're vibrant. You are the host or hostess. You're the one that's entertaining them. You're the one that's you're happy to see them. And that happiness could look like release of tears. It could look like a lot of things. It could look like laughter. It could feel like there's just this big celebration. You can feel their presence all around you. Some people use guided meditation. You can find that online if you want to type in Google, guided meditation for some kind of ancestral communication. You can type that in. Or if you just want to have music playing, the meditation music, you can do that as well. Hopefully this has helped you all to understand how powerful these 2-day celebrations are, and even preparing for it on the 31st. Like I said before, some people call it Halloween, some people call it Holy Night, some people call it All Saints Night. But nevertheless, it's a 2-day celebration of communicating with your ancestors and to get some questions answered that you may not have been able to get answered here. And there's always a reason why you want to reach out to your ancestors. Again, if you're tuned in to listening to this, you're probably already aware of it. Maybe you've heard of it, or maybe your family has practiced it before and you want to come into a greater awareness or understanding. But nevertheless, get ready for your celebration. Thanks for joining me. Bye.